Hey everybody, I wanted to do a video for some of our older kids and our youth. And on these videos, what I want to do is give you three things. One, I want to give you a memory verse from Scripture that I think would be helpful and be good for you. I want to give you an activity you can do so that you can learn more about yourself and learn more about God. And I want to give you an action item, like an adventure, an experiment you can do, so that you can practice something and maybe it brings about some neat things. And I'd love if you gave me feedback and shared what these experiences are like. So first off, there's a memory verse, and this comes from Matthew 15th chapter. Jesus is having one of his many conversations with religious leaders. And like often, it ends up in a disagreement a little bit. Because one of the teachings that the religious leaders really pushed hard on during the time of Jesus was that it was really important to pay attention to what you ate, like what you put into your mouth. And there are certain religious rules about food. Now, this might seem a little strange to you because we don't have as much of this now, but there actually still is this. In the Jewish tradition and Islam, there are certain rules about the foods that you can and cannot eat and you cannot mix. It's called like kosher or halal. These are different terms we use, and they're good. I mean, a lot of these rules are just about safety, and they're about making sure that we eat well. But sometimes they can get out of hand like any rules, and they were getting out of hand in the time of Jesus. And they were like, basically, you were a good follower of God if you ate the right food. You were a bad follower of God if you ate the wrong food. And Jesus ends up saying about this that there's something more important. He says that it's what comes out of your mouth, not what goes into your mouth, that makes you holy or not holy. In other words, it's what you say, the words you use, that can really be a problem or be a blessing. And I think that's really true. And here's the memory verse. It's verse 18. What comes out of the mouth proceeds from the heart. What comes out of the mouth proceeds from the heart. A lot of times we don't connect that what we say is originating from something that's deep inside of us, something we feel, something that we think. Sometimes, like me, I have a big mouth. Things just come out. And they actually teach me what I'm thinking or feeling. They can reveal a lot. Other people are super quiet. Maybe they know that what they say reveals their heart, so they don't want to say too much, because then you're kind of putting yourself out there in the world and being vulnerable with other people. So here are the activities that I want to invite you to do. Think about what you say a lot. Think about things you say to other people in particular, or say about yourself. What does that word say about yourself? So for me, I often correct my kids. Like, I often see what they're doing and tell them what they're doing wrong or how to do what they're doing better. This comes out of my mouth all the time. And I know this is kind of a dad thing, but this also reveals something about my heart. And so when I sit down and do the activity, I think, okay, I'm always correcting out of my mouth. This says about my heart that I'm always focusing on what's wrong, or I'm always seeing what could be improved. And that is something about my heart that, I don't know, could be good, but also is kind of a struggle. And so I want you to do that. Think about things that come out of your mouth and think about, what does that say about your thoughts and your feelings and your heart? That's the activity I want you to do. And then the experiment, or the challenge I offer you, is to use positive words in some way. So this next week, say something positive, write something positive, maybe text something positive, text something, or post something, or write a note, or say something, but use words to say something that you think will lift other people up. And then see what that does to your heart when you use words to do something positive. Words are so powerful, and Jesus understood this, and he understood that when we say something, we can't take it back. When people hear something, they feel something. When they hear us say something, it changes our relationship with that person. And so the words we use are super powerful. They can be a blessing. They can be kind of a curse. And so we need to be super careful with our words. The memory verse again is Matthew 15:18. What comes out of the mouth proceeds from the heart. Again, I hope you will share what this experience is like so we can learn from each other. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy it.